Welcome to Johnny's Poop Shack, episode 10, where I review smelly movies so that you potentially don't have to smelly them. Today's movie is Kong X Godzilla. And just before we get started, this is spoilers. I'm going to give spoilers. This is a midweek review, I promised you. And on these midweeks, I think I'm going to give some spoilers because some of these movies that I'm watching just need to be exposed. So, Kong X Godzilla. This is a kaiju movie, and I know I said that kaiju movies ain't never hurt nobody, but this one was a stinger. This one is about Kong and Godzilla, which is in the title, so you should know that going in already. Apparently Kong lives in the inner earth, and Godzilla lives in the upper earth, where we are, and that, I guess, came from the last movie. I don't know. I didn't watch the last movie. And so Kong, believe it or not, I swear to you, comes to the top earth in Godzilla's territory because he has a toothache. And that pretty much foreshadows everything wrong with this film. He comes up, gets his tooth pulled by probably the weirdest vet dentist imaginable. And he, I guess, is a throwover from the last movie. I'm not real sure. But he pulls his tooth, puts a fake tooth in, and Kong goes back down. So during this time, there are some weird vibrations going on. And there's a native girl who was part of the Skull Island crew, and she's the last of Skull Island crew. And she's catching the vibes as well. And all that leads up to possibly the stupidest story I think I've ever seen. We have a lonely Kong because there's no other Kongs. And then he finds that there are other Kongs. There's a lot of other giant apes down in a third unknown level of the earth. And so they get to fighting, and apparently this is the millennial of apes. I'm not sure. He looks kind of like the cool, jazzy MMA fighter. He's real limber. He's got a funky whip with made out of some spine of something or other, and it's got a little blue thing on the end that he controls. Yet another kaiju that he rides around and makes fight and all that mess. Anyway, he's called the Scar King, and he runs the other apes that are in this lava land, and they've been banished to the lava land by none other than Godzilla. Now, I've never known Godzilla to speak. I know he can be intelligent, maybe, but to me, he's just a giant lizard. He stomps on things, blows up things, generally makes a mess of everything. So somehow he managed to banish all these apes down into this place, and then Mothra shows up, and it's just a mess, man. It really is. My thing is just forward to about halfway till you see monsters start fighting and a lot of stuff that looks like neon, and just watch it from there. Watch the monster fighting. Screw the story. It's garbage. And I don't know if this was a cash grab or what kind of grab it was. They were grabbing at nothing because it's the story is awful. The neon score on this one, great colors, great stuff that looks like neon. No actual neon, just really pretty colors. I'll give it a 6 just because the colors were pretty. And Mothra looked awesome. Actually looked like a moth this time and not some like bloated piece of bratwurst or something like that. Godzilla looks like Godzilla. He also has pretty colors on him. He runs into a couple other kaijus. I never knew there were all these kaijus, and apparently that's because I didn't watch all the other ones. But he kills another one, takes its power, and then he's like just ready to fight. And he's going to go fight the Scar King, who beat up on King Kong, and then King Kong gets some Iron Man armor, or only one piece of Iron Man armor, which I don't know. You should have gave him the whole suit. That would have made him awesome. But now he's just an ape with a power grip glove. And they go and they fight the Scar King, who I don't think could have really taken King Kong, much less King Kong, Godzilla, and this other kaiju that they free with the blue phallic symbol thing that the Scar King waves around. They all fight, and at the end they kill the Scar King, and everybody kind of goes back to what they were doing, which in Godzilla's case, it's turning the Colosseum in Rome into a bed, because that's his thing, you know. I don't know. So the Letterkenny Fight Index, you know, I saw a lot of stunt people. Didn't really see a lot of stunts. And that's because everything is on a grand scale. You got big monsters fighting. So you got little stunts, you know, here and there. It's all utility looking stuff to me. Not really anything that I would attribute to stellar stunt work. I'm sure it was all great. So I'll give it a 7. You know what? Yeah, I'll give it a 6. Give it a 6. No, I'll give it a 7. I'll give it a 7. And so overall, this movie gets about a 5. Don't waste your money. Wait till it comes out where you can see it for free, because you know it's really just not that great. It'll hit a streaming service soon. I think I watched it on DirecTV. It was $6 or something. I think it was about $6 too much. I just, you know, it just didn't do it for me. I'll probably go back and watch the old ones. But apparently they had Mecha Godzilla in the last one, and I didn't watch that. So maybe I'll give that a shot, because I am a Mecha Godzilla fan, and I think that's cool. Anyway, so it looks like this week Twisters is going to come out. And I'm going to watch it, and I'm going to tell you how bad it is, because I know it's going to be bad. Nothing ever can live up to the original Twister. And no, that guy's not going to live up to Bill Paxton. And no, it's just not going to happen. And plus, that's not how augers work. But hey, you know, I digress. Anyway, I'll see you guys Monday is when I'll post it. And if you notice, there's a little bit different. I'm starting to work some little editing tricks in here and figure all that out. And it's just going to get better, guys and gals and people. See ya.